Hey there, welcome back to Work-Life Harmony. So we are now in that time of the year where we are transitioning out of, for many of us, kind of our school routines into summer, right? And if you're anything like me, that last month of school, all we're doing is counting down the minutes, right, until summer break. Because I know I am right now, as I'm recording this, we've got 2 more weeks left of school, and I'm ready to not have to wake up so early. I am ready to throw away the lunchbox for the summer, all of that. Like I'm ready to kind of loosen up a little bit. Now, what's always funny with this is fast forward to where we're about a month into summer, and all of a sudden we start craving that routine and that school to start back up, right? So what I want to do today is share with you five time management tips that I really lean on heavily during the summer season or any extended time off that you have, to really help you navigate those long stretches of downtime, vacation, summer, etc., especially when you have kids, to have it go where it's not that you're counting down the days for it to be over, and to help actually get some structure and normalcy to our days during that time off. Now, please understand the tips I'm going to be sharing today. This is not something I lean on when we're on true vacation. So we do take some time off in the summer where we're, true vacation mode, and that's when we just let everything go, right? But I'm talking about when it's that break, but you still have things that need to get done. You're not in vacation mode. So the first one I want to share with you is creating the concept of A days and B days. Now, the way I leverage this in the summer is one of my daughter's favorite things to do in the summer is the pool, right? We love to be able to go have a day at the pool or a half day at the pool or whatever. But here in the South, we never really know with the weather what's going to happen. We get afternoon pop-up showers. There could be the summer storms, etc. So when I am sitting down to plan for our week, we do need to have a lot of flexibility, because I don't know on Sunday when I'm doing my planning, I don't know if Thursday is going to be a rain day for certainty or not. So what we like to do is create A days and B days. And for us, that means days where we're going to be like out and about outside doing summer outdoor activities, versus B days where we're not. We're at home with more structure. Then we allow ourselves that flexibility during the week, where instead of me making the commitment for sure, Thursday we're going to go to the pool, is we can wait till maybe Wednesday night, assess the weather, assess what's going on, and say, hey, are we going to have an A day or a B day tomorrow? And having that structure of what your A day looks like versus your B day, but then give yourself the wiggle room to decide at the last minute which day you're going to lean into. So if it's a pool day, that looks very different for us than a day when we're not going to the pool. But I'm not scrambling trying to figure out what are we going to do with our days. I've created some structure around what that A day and B day looks like. Now, a second tip is leaning heavily in on routines, similar to the A day and B day, but I'm talking about creating a morning routine, an afternoon routine, and an evening routine for you and your family. Now, I just wrapped up the Master Your Morning Challenge. We talked a lot about routines in there. Routines is one of the 9 components inside of my entire top framework. And I think it is one of the hidden gems that really can help you maximize efficiencies and productivity. Now, the key to a routine is simply a series of tasks that you marry and group together, but give yourself the flexibility for when you might execute that routine. So for example, a morning routine for the family. Now, I'm not talking about the personal one that serves me, but the one for the family that would include, breakfast, cleaning up the kitchen, getting ready for the day, whatever those morning chores are. We're going to have that morning routine in place, but we'll have flexibility because, we let our daughter sleep in the morning. Maybe the morning routine starts at 8 one morning. Maybe it's at 7:30 one morning. Maybe it's not till 9:30 one morning because we've had a late night. But the key is when that morning starts, we have those routines to lean on that creates just kind of that sense of structure that works really well. Same with the afternoon. We have kind of an afternoon, midday, lunchtime routine that includes, what goes on in the kitchen. That includes kind of resetting our kitchen and main living space. And then the same with the evening, a series of tasks, chores, responsibilities, etc., that we all have, but we have the flexibility of deciding when we're actually going to execute those. So if you have young children, I would really encourage you to create what does that morning, afternoon, and evening routine look like, but give yourself the wiggle room of when it goes into place. Now, the third one, friends, do not abandon your weekly planning. Please, I implore you. Regardless of what your work life looks like, weekly planning will absolutely bring you sanity during those long summer breaks. So we still want to lean into the core components of understanding what are your commitments? When are you unavailable to be working on things? What is your weekly checklist? What are the have-tos for the week? And when are you tentatively planning on getting those done? It's so easy to, when the summer times hits, to kind of just throw all of that aside. But then what happens is you will find that you have missed so many amazing opportunities, and you keep, maybe you had all these great plans for projects and things you were going to do over summer. But if you don't put a weekly plan in place, what's going to happen is summer break's going to be over and you will find you have not done any of them. So do not abandon your weekly planning. Just understand it may look different, right? You may be leaning on routines, A day, B days. I did an entire podcast on planning for uncertainty. So you may be planning in a lot more of uncertainty time, but by all means, continue with your weekly planning. The only time I do not create a weekly plan is when we are on true vacation. Like I am checked out vacation mode, because the only thing I'd be putting on my plan is do whatever the heck I feel like because I'm on vacation. Tip number 4, this is really great for those of you with younger kids. The summer can be a great opportunity for you to kind of hone in on maybe 1 or 2, I hesitate to say skills, but I'll just call it that. New skills or new habits, new routines that you really want to create and instill with your children. I know for me, particularly when my daughter was younger, there's always that time where you want to teach them to do more around the house, maybe more chores, more caring for themselves, caring for pets, yard work, whatever. But when we are in the hustle and bustle of the school time season, it's so easy, especially for me, to just say, oh, I don't have time, right? It's just faster if I do it. Well, I always like to, at the start of the summer breaks, figure out, okay, what are some new responsibilities, some new contributions that I want to transition over to my daughter, that is, I want to focus on for the summer when I have more time, when we're not rushed for, school drop off, school pickup activities, etc. Because those summer months are a great opportunity for you to start transitioning new responsibilities to others in the house. And so, don't bite off a ton. I'm always only ever focused on one at a time, but I always find that the summer's been a great opportunity to transition into that and kind of get some new expectations set for roles and responsibilities prior to the new school year. Now, the final tip that I want to share with you today is, and I talked about this a lot when we were in like full on lockdown with the pandemic, is really still trying to keep your weekdays and your weekends separate. It's so easy when we're at home and we're on break to just like the days all meld together, right? And we're like, I don't even know what day it is. Is it Tuesday? Is it Saturday? It's 3:00 in the afternoon and I'm still in my pajamas. Now you may be in, again, an intentional choice of being in vacation mode. Fantastic. And I'm really talking right now to those of you that maybe work from home or are building a business, particularly like, I work for myself from home. Even during the summer months, Monday through Friday, my alarm goes off. I keep my morning routine. I get dressed for the day, and I treat Monday through Fridays very differently than Saturdays and Sundays so that my weekends really feel like a weekend. Now, there are some things that shift for me. I don't need to wake up at 5:15 during the summer months because I don't need to worry about school, hours and all of that. But I don't let myself just slide into feeling like every single day is a weekend. And this is one of the key things that has really helped me keep progress on goals, keep my business up and running, and have some of the tremendous growth that I've had over the last few years is because I don't fully check out during the summer months. I keep structure to my weekdays, and then I treat my weekends like a weekend. So those are just some of the 5 tips that I wanted to share with you today as we are preparing for the summer. Actually, by the time this episode actually airs, I will be in full summer swing. I know depending upon where you live, summer breaks start at different times all over the country and all over the world as well. But if you have found this helpful, I would love for you to share with me. Head on over, find me on Instagram at Megan Sumrell, and drop me a DM and let me know which tip you're really going to lean into for these summer months so that you can enjoy your summer break and hopefully not be counting down, waiting for it to end. Have a great week.